What's going on, YouTube? JT's Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Deathstroke Incorporated, issue number 9, Shadow War, part 6. And then after this, I'll cover Robin, which is Shadow War, part 7, and then some other stuff. So, yeah, so this one takes place after the previous, issue of Batman, and then there's also Shadow Warzone, which I covered on the channel, so you can check that out. But basically, at the end of the previous part of Shadow War, Deathstroke was saved by Respawn, who took a swarm of bullets, and now Respawn is dead. So all the potential of this character, I don't know, Respawn feels like a bit like a throwaway character. Like, he was only there just so Slade could kind of really kind of turn to a darker side, to really kind of fully manifest him as a villain. Because it's just he was just kind of brought in to just die ultimately. He was there to kind of be a chance for Slade to have his little bit of redemption between him, or for Slade to find his own personal redemption, where he's like, okay, I may have lost my son Grant, but I've been given another chance, and then now I have this other kid, and Respawn, who never really had a full name, and now that he's dead, this is it. This is the turning moment for Slade to fully embrace being a true 100% villain. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Slade is full-blown villain from this point forward. So at least that's cool that we get to see full villain Deathstroke. I know a lot of writers have kind of towed the line between Slade, villain, and hero. But at least with somebody like Williamson, they're no. Slade is a villain. Look at all the horrible things he's done. And then we come to find out those horrible things that he's done in the past come back to show who the true villain or the true architect behind Shadow War was. And at first I was a little surprised because I had not seen this particular character in a while, but it makes total 100% sense when and I'm like, oh, of course, how could I forget about them? I mean, if they were more active in other DC stories, I would have probably guessed them, but because I haven't seen them in a really long time, yeah, but that's more on Robin. So let's talk about Deathstroke. So yeah, Respawn's pretty much gone crazy. We see the fake Deathstroke here. Even Damian, using his detective skills, is he's trying to hide his accents. There's more hints there about who it could be, and like I said, you start to put things together. They try to escape, and then there's some sort of earthquake that happens. Again, another hint that gives away who it is. Okay, now it's making sense as to who it can be. So Damian and Bruce go off to try and find Slade in that, or regroup with Ghostmaker and Clown Hunter, which if you read Shadow Warzone, they were watching guard over the secret society or whatever. Slade shows up, and then we get the first ever confrontation really between Slade Wilson and Ghostmaker. And to be fair, this is the most I've actually enjoyed Ghostmaker, because he has another kind of shitbag to play off of, and that is Slade Wilson. Ghostmaker gives him some crap. He says one line that's actually really funny. A lot of talk and not enough walk, but what should I expect from a guy who usually goes after the kids? Really playing on that Slade terror thing that was going on there. That was genuinely really funny. And then Slade and him get into a confrontation. They get into a little bit of a battle. He's at least I'm not a low budget Batman, which is basically what Ghostmaker is. But Ghostmaker really wants to be like Batman. So he pretty much goes toe to toe with them. He's oh, you're getting slow, old man. And then Slade has Clown Hunter at gunpoint, ready to kill him. And so Ghostmaker, given the fact that he's been watching over and kind of keeping an eye on him, and this right here shows that he cares, he kind of lets the secret society go so Slade can, go off and do his thing, just so he can protect Clown Hunter from being killed. So Slade using kids as bait, no longer just the contract killer. He has completely lost it. This is a full-blown villain thing to do, going after kids. So yeah, he steals a plane, and then he goes with the secret society. He's going to go toe-to-toe with Talia and the League of Shadows, Assassins, whatever. So Talia's there. She's with Angel Breaker. She tries to get Mother Soul put back to Lazarus Island, and then Mother Soul teases part of a prophecy, saying that you don't understand, Talia, the true demon will return. Nezha will rise. So that's the tease for the next big storyline. I believe it has something to tie in with Batman Superman World's Finest by Mark Waid. And as we know, Mark Waid's going to be taking over in September with that Batman vs. Robin miniseries. So this is what it's going to be teasing. So I'm going to have to start covering Batman Superman World's Finest. And I will get those videos out later on this week after I cover all the stuff that's this week. So yeah, so that's going to be the tease. I think Mark Waid is going to take over Robin as well. I'm not 100% certain, but I feel like that's probably a safe bet given that miniseries. If he doesn't, then I have no clue what they're going to do with the Robin book going forward. So there's that. But anyways, so the very end of the issue is the Secret Society and the Demon Shadow are getting ready for their all-out like war now that Slade's there. So there we go. Talia thinks it's actually Batman and Damian, but it's really Deathstroke. So like I said, this is Williamson's thing. This is a really quickly paced issue. Like it just flies by. Like reading this issue of Deathstroke Inc. and then reading some of that's the thing I kind of like, but I'm also kind of buzzed out to know that Williamson's issues is they're so quick paced that like I feel like I can read like 2 issues of like Williamson's books before I can read like a single issue of like something else. Maybe that's just because I'm enjoying it more, but they're so quickly paced, and by the time you're done, like, oh, that's it. So I'm glad we had the 2 parts because like I said, these issues are so quick to read. But like I said, it's just nonstop, like from beginning to end. I actually quite like this thing. The art this time around by Paulo Pantoliano, I think it works fine for the most part. It's not the strongest art in these Shadow War events, but it's still fine. It's still fine. Like I said, I like the way this is paced. I actually liked Ghostmaker for once in an issue because he had somebody to play off of that was like even more of a shitbag than him, and that's Slade Wilson. So I like that. I actually like that stuff there, and I liked how they showed that like even Ghostmaker has his limits. Like he like puts everything down to save Clown Hunter. So like that shows that he's actually grown to care for the kid. And then Slade just like really kind of taking that true turn back to the fully evil like dark side portion. Not dark side of the character, like just the dark side in general. I'm all for that. Let Deathstroke be a true nasty piece of shit villain. That's what I want to see. So I like Deathstroke Inc. number 9. Like I said, this one moves at a very quick pace, and it really sets up the next issue of Robin, which is another good one. So look forward to that video getting posted like right after this. So anyways, if you read Deathstroke Inc. number 9 or have any thoughts on it, tell me them in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, hit that bell for notifications. And right after this, I'm going to be covering the new issue of Robin, and let's go ahead and get started talking about that. All right, well, that's all I got to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.